Now today is a day of, let's call it walking yoga. I've got a 12-hour layover in Warsaw and I'm spending some time just exploring the city. I got into this habit a couple of years ago. In fact, it was during a run in Copenhagen in 2004. And the habit is this: when I'm on the streets of a European city in the morning, I grab my iPod, tune in Joni Mitchell's Court and Spark, and listen to Free Man in Paris. She sings, "I was a free man in Paris, felt so unfettered and alive, nobody calling me up for favors, nobody's future to decide." Now, of course, my take's a little different than Joni's. I love it when people call me up for favors, and I'm certainly in no position to decide anybody's future, but there is this wonderful free feeling of being unfettered and alive when I know that while I'm walking here in the middle of the day, everybody at home is still asleep, and they're not available to me to give a phone call, grab them for a brainstorming session, or to visit somebody. Now's my time for walking yoga, to spend time by myself and focus.
Wasn't it obvious from that last clip that I'm straight off a red eye? Obviously my feet don't look as tired and haggard as my unshaven face. Well, it's a few hours later and I'm back at the same park on Krachmalna Street in Warsaw. And actually I specifically planned my route via Krachmalna Street when I saw it on the map, because I remember the name of this street from Isaac Bashevis' Singer novels, and it seems it was in a bunch of his books, but I specifically remember it in The Family Mascot, which is an epic story that takes place mostly before World War II in Warsaw. I remember a character hailing a cab home to Krachmalna Street. I remember a shoekeeper shop, a scene taking place in a shoekeeper shop, probably somewhere over there. And it's interesting to think about that, because one of the things I really focused on as I was trying to be mindful today during my day of walking yoga around Warsaw was just what a Jewish ghost town this place is. I've got a few more sights to see. It reminds me of Prague. Prague is a much prettier city, but in both places it's just eerie how the remnants of the Jewish culture speak to just how much it has disappeared. I followed the map to find a piece of the wall of the Warsaw ghetto, and it was a piece of wall maybe 30 feet long with a plaque on it in between some gentrified apartment buildings. Yeah, the world's got to change. But in any event, to the extent that yoga is really preparation for meditation to help you be more mindful, that's something that really was able to be mindful and focus on today. Got a few more sights to see related to the ghetto. And if I can raise myself up off the ground after feeling extremely haggard after a red eye from Chicago and a vigorous day of walking, I'll continue to try to be mindful and enjoy being able to be engaged in what I'm doing right now. The emails have started pouring into my phone because it's about 7:30 back home, and you know what? They're going to sit there for a while, because whether I'm seeing beautiful sights, tragic sights, emotional sights, or things that don't mean much, what really counts for me right now is being mindful and being here. The emails can wait. Right now, I'm going to enjoy my day of walking yoga in Warsaw. Well, here I am back at the Frederick Chopin Airport in Warsaw. It was actually kind of funny. It took me till late in the day today to all of a sudden say, wait, you're in Warsaw. It's Poland. Chopin. So I got the iPod back out and flipped it from Joni Mitchell over to a fabulous recording of Jenny Kissin doing the Chopin preludes, and I listened to them walking through town. And so what did my day of walking mindfulness and yoga in Warsaw do for me? Well, I'm about to board my flight to go to Israel, where I'll meet my wife Arna and daughter Nurit, who are already there, and we'll spend a great vacation with our good friends Chuck and Rachel Rosenberg and Karen and Ezra Kadar. And how many times you just go right off to vacation and jump right in? And here I had a chance to kind of have this mindful start. In one of the things I write about in terms of getting yourself engaged in the moment is how to pause before the moment. Don't run right from your car into a lunch meeting. Don't go from one phone call to the next. Take that breath and pause. And I kind of did that today. So even though I'm about to have a relaxing vacation, taking this full day of mindfulness and really focusing on what I call walking yoga. Now I'm ready to go spend a wonderful time with some people I really love. It's funny, listening to Chopin's preludes, they're wonderful, complete pieces unto themselves, but when you listen to them, you could hear them as a complete piece, so you also think they are a prelude to something else. And today was like that. It was a fabulous, wonderful, mindful day on its own, but it also gave me a prelude to what I hope is going to be a really great time coming up. Next post from Jerusalem.
Somebody calling you down. I do my best and I do good business. There's a lot of people asking for my time. They're trying to get ahead. They're trying to be a good friend.